Can secondhand snoring be causing you health problems? Everyone talks about the dangers of secondhand smoking, and that's why we've banned it in so many places. But no one ever talks about the dangers of secondhand snoring. And a recent study from the Mayo Clinic has shown that bed partners, spouses of people who snore, have increased spontaneous pain, anxiety and depression, and fatigue towards the end of the day. Okay? And when they go, when the bed partner has their snoring resolved, the spouse then feels less spontaneous pain, better mood, and overall well-being. So when you're thinking about your bed partner that snores, yes, you want to go have them taken care of because you want them to be healthy, but do it for yourself as well, because you could be suffering in silence. Is secondhand snoring causing you health problems? Everyone knows about the dangers of secondhand smoking, and we've changed laws to make it so that we don't have to suffer from that. But what about secondhand snoring? What do we do with our bed partner that's been snoring all night long and keeping us up? Well, snoring, I started to talk about. Is secondhand snoring causing you health problems? Everyone knows about the dangers of secondhand smoking, and we've changed laws to make our people safe from it. But what about secondhand snoring? Recent research from Mayo Clinic has shown that the spouses suffering with a snore in bed have shown incidences of spontaneous pain, anxiety, and depression. And when their snoring spouse had their snoring condition treated, they saw an improvement in all of those symptoms of anxiety, depression, and chronic pain. So when you're thinking about your spouse and what to do with their snoring problem because you want to help them, also do it for yourself, because you could be silently suffering yourself. Is secondhand snoring causing you health problems? Everyone knows about the dangers of secondhand smoking, but what about secondhand snoring? In a recent study from Mayo Clinic, it was discovered that spouses of snorers showed increased signs of spontaneous pain, increased signs of anxiety and depression, and increased fatigue towards the end of the day. And when their snoring spouse had their snoring treated, they showed an improvement in all of those parameters. Because the snorers were interrupting their own sleep 27 times per hour, but they were interrupting their bed partner's sleep 21 times an hour. And they were the innocent victim. So when you think about, oh, I need to take care of my spouse's snoring problem because they're holding their breath and they're causing issues with themselves, also do it for yourself, because you could be suffering in silence. Lack of sleeping? Okay. Can the lack of sleeping be causing you to become depressed? Research has shown, that's too much of a pause, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could a... I said A.
Take two.
Could lack of sleep be causing you to be depressed? Recent evidence has been showing that interrupted night's rest and multiple nights of insomnia has been found in many patients with depression. And these patients with depression, once they get their sleep in order, they show marked improvement in their symptoms of depression. So don't ever think that sleep is just a thing that our body makes us do. It is an integral part to our physical and mental well-being. Short?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. I'm smiling. Could lack of sleep be causing you to be depressed? Recent research has been showing that patients with depressive symptoms also have an overlapping insomnia. And the insomnia could be interruptions every night or multiple nights in the week without a good night's rest. And when these patients have gotten their insomnia resolved, they've shown marked improvements in their depression. A recent study in 2007 showed healthy subjects who were given a sleep study for a number of consecutive nights had insomnia induced upon them, where they were just shaken up and then allowed to go back to sleep, a typical insomnia episode. Well, they found that the female subjects in this study started to develop depression and spontaneous pain and anxiety. And once their sleep was allowed to resume its normalcy, then these issues resolved as well. So don't ever consider sleep as something that we're forced to do, like going to the bathroom and eating. It is an essential part of our physical and mental well-being.
3.
Could clenching and grinding your teeth be a sign of a serious health problem? Well, yes, frankly. One of the reasons why we clench and grind our teeth at night is not necessarily stress, but sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a disorder of the upper airway and the neuromuscular tone of the upper airway, where we have what's called collapsibility of our tissues. Well, recent polysomnogram data has shown that we clench our teeth like this in order to tighten up our airway muscles, because we do it either right during or right at the very end of the apneic episodes. So why is that a problem? Well, sleep apnea has been linked to myriad health disorders, including type 2 diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, anxiety, depression, Alzheimer's, and even Parkinson's. So next time you find yourself at the dentist's office talking about making a night guard for your clenching and grinding, make sure to have your sleep evaluated as well for any signs of a potential sleep disorder. Clenching and grinding your teeth be a sign of a serious health problem? Well, the short answer is yes. Clenching and grinding of the teeth, also known as bruxism, has been strongly correlated with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a cessation of our breathing, or a shallowness in our breathing that causes our oxygen levels to drop. It is believed that we brux occasionally for the intention of opening up these closed and collapsed airways. Well, sleep apnea has been connected with type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, anxiety and depression, Alzheimer's, and even Parkinson's disease, as well as erectile dysfunction. And just having a night guard made to have your clenching and grinding disorder kept in check may not be enough. Consult your sleep doctor and find out how you can be tested for a potential sleep problem.